Cardinals, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What is the deal? It is your boy Marley Bet, and this is Brothers and Bets NFL Week 3. Of course, y'all know I got my partner with me, my homie from H-Town, Mr. LJ from Houston. What up, LJ?
What's going on, Marley? How we doing, sir?
Man, we doing good. Can't complain. Another day at the office, as we say. Wasn't a good day Sunday. But it was better than the previous Sunday.
Yeah, it was a little bit better.
So, taking steps in the right direction. I always start NFL slow because it's just no data.
Yeah, exactly.
And we kind of just, I don't want to say we're guessing, but we're taking educated guesses. And a lot of information is based off last year. Off-season moves that we don't know if going to work or not going to work, and rookies that we don't know how they pan out in the NFL. With that being said, our hometown Texans won, and everybody in the division lost. So it's great.
Seeing good right now.
And we were at the game, had a good time at the game with my boys. So, other than that, anything that stood out, I got something else that I'm gonna talk about. Sorry-ass goddamn Colts. The Colts and West told us it wasn't the backup QB coming against the show. They couldn't stop the run. I mean, Jacobs ran crazy over the Colts. I don't have the numbers right in front of me. I can get them real quick. I mean, I remember looking at halftime, so I was watching that game. But I remember looking at halftime or at some point in the game, I'm not exactly sure, before halftime. It might have been like the first quarter because I was wild by the numbers. Jacob had like 65 yards in the first quarter. 7 yards a pop. And it's just, it wouldn't stop. Ultimately, they end up rushing for, they rushed it 53 times for rushing. So, what the hell is the rushing yards? Yards per play, first down, rushing first down. They got 13 rushing first downs, total of 383 yards. They only had 122 passing yards. So whatever the math is on that, 383 minus 120, it ain't good. It's over 200 yards rushing. Top nosebleed. That's the only thing that really pissed me off. I know you lost a heartbreaker to the Pats.
Yes. I went 2-3. I hit the team total and I hit the points. I just didn't hit the money line.
Right.
And I hit the first half Texans. I missed the spread because it closed at 5.5. We took the 6.5.
I know. I caught the 5.5.
Yeah, see, I should have bet it.
So you bet it early. See, I don't bet it till Sunday.
Yeah, I bet
Unless
it.
I really like a line, I won't bet it. I won't bet it till Sunday.
But I split up the unit, so I took the first half and the full game. So it's cool. But one thing that stood out to me, overall NFL and overall, the first 2 weeks, dogs catching 6+ points or more have covered every game. 8-0 against the spread so far.
I like that.
So that's something interesting to think about for this week because we have a couple 6-point dog spreads.
Good segue. Let's jump into it. But we don't have one of those dogs on the docket today. I'm interested in your opinion about this one.
Okay.
I have a lean. I don't have a play. Let's talk about it. Lions going on the road to take on the Cardinals. The line is at 2.5 or under a field goal. The total is at 51. Lions coming off a tough loss or unexpected loss, we should say. Well, we both were on the books, but I didn't think they would win. I thought they would cover. I thought it would be a tough game. But Baker went in there and got him a dub. Played great, honestly. The Lions, Dan Campbell said that loss was on him. He takes full responsibility for a set loss. Goff, on the other hand, I mean, the offense only put up 16 points. But, you know, Todd Bowles, I said that the previous week, I expect a Todd Bowles-led team to be good on defense. One thing that man can do. is coach defense. How he made his name in the NFL. Goff was that's the total. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong numbers. There's no way those numbers are correct. He threw the ball 55 times.
Yes, the Lions outplayed
That's insane.
They outplayed them in every category except one, and that's why they lost, because they were 1 of 7 in the red zone. Detroit Lions. 7 opportunities, you score 1 time.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's why they lost that game.
Can't throw 2 interceptions, no touchdowns neither. Jamar Gibbs rushed the ball pretty good, 13 carries for 84 yards. Amon St. Brown, 11 receptions, 119. Like LJ said, pretty much dominated in every statistical category except for the red zone and turnovers. Can't lose turnovers and got to be able to score in the red zone. I mean, 26. That's passing first down. I'm trying to look at the total first downs. So they had 23 first downs to 26 first downs. No, 23 first downs to 11. 7 for 17 on third down versus 2 for 10 on third down. Over 450 yards. Jesus Christ. Dominated. Time of possession. Everything. But you can't score, you can't win. So LJ, take it away. What you got for me on the Lions and Cardinals?
Interesting game right here, simply because these two teams have history. Detroit has played the Cardinals a lot, in the past couple of years. They didn't play last year, but they played a lot in the previous years. And Detroit don't seem to cover when they go to Arizona. They're only 3-9 against the spread in their last 11 games in Arizona. So Cardinals got the advantage there. I like how their offense has improved. They're averaging 38.5 points, which is number 2 in the NFL. Time of possession, 33 minutes. They're running the ball. They're averaging 177 yards on the ground. And they're 5 of 8 in the red zone so far in 2 games. So all the numbers are pointing to the Cardinals to have an advantage in this game. They've only punted 3 times in 2 games, so they're moving the ball, sustaining drives. And the defense is what's going to have to show if the Cardinals have improved, because granted, they blew out the Rams, but the Rams are dealing with a whole plethora of injuries that we know. So do I take that as a dominant performance by the Cardinals, or do I just take it that the Rams are wounded? I kind of lean that way for the most part. I think Detroit is a step up in class simply because they have athletes, especially on the offensive side. They have speedsters that they go get the ball if Jared Goff can get it to them. But can the Cardinals get the pass rush to Jared Goff to make him uncomfortable? Because Jared Goff doesn't like to get hit. And when he gets hit, it throws off his momentum. And I believe if the Cardinals can have that type of game plan, they could possibly come out and win this game. Detroit, 12-5 against the spread in the first half on the road since 2022, which is best in the NFL. So I would lean Detroit first half simply because of the performance that they had last game versus Tampa Bay. I say they come out and cover that first half, but the Cardinals can definitely end up winning the game, making the adjustments in the second half and things like that. But that's not going to be my play. I'm going to take the over, Marley. Over 51.5 is official, simply because the Cardinals are 11-5-1 to the over since 2022 at home, hitting at 69%, which is number 1 in the NFL in that span. So if the Detroit can get me 30 points and the Cardinals can get me 34 is what they're averaging, that's 64 points right there. Even if you take a touchdown away, you still will cash that 52 total. So official play, over 51.5.
Gotcha. Let me put that in. Over 50. What up, JT? In the chat, he said he likes the ATL +3, but can't pull a trigger. Also like the under in that game. Maybe he means 3.5. Gotcha. LJ, I'm right there with you, man. I'm leaning for the points when it was at 3. I don't like it at 2.5. And I don't think the Cardinals defense is as stiff as Tampa defense. I don't think they'll be able to keep them out of the red zone as often as the Cardinals did. And it's not like the Lions didn't move the ball. They definitely did move the ball. And it's going to come down to what you said. Can they get pressure on Goff? Now, you know, the Rams only scored 10 points against that defense, but the Rams are beat up offensively. Stafford already didn't have Pudicana coming in to the game and lost Cooper Kupp in the game. So he literally didn't have his top 2 weapons, and I don't even know any other weapons on the team. I think is Akers still at running back over there?
No, he's with us.
Oh, see, shows how much I know about the Rams. So shows how much I know about the Rams. I know nothing about the Rams. Stafford, McVay,
Kyron Williams is the running back.
Kyron Williams. Yeah.
That's who they have. Yeah. So, but yeah, they injured on the receivers. Their cornerbacks are hurt. They got some linebackers dealing with some things. So yeah, they're completely depleted right now.
So they injured. I don't know how much we count against that. I don't know how much we hold the Cardinals defense to that. And then we look back at Buffalo. Buffalo put up 34, but you know, Buffalo could be a really good team. So we don't, you know, that's the thing about it being so early. But Kyler Murray in the offense has been clicking thus far. We already know the Lions defense is definitely suspect, prone to give up the big play. First game on the road. However, they have been 5-1 ATS on the last 6 games on the road, though. And I kind of don't look at previous before the Dan Campbell era, because I mean they just got good. So I don't know if we should, how much stock we should put into those stats. But I'm with you on the over. I don't think the Cardinals will be able to stop the Lions offense from putting up points. And I do think the Cardinals will at least be able to give us 2 touchdowns, possibly more with a couple field goals mixed up in there. So I think we can easily get over this 51.5. Obviously, the weather's going to be great. We're in Arizona. Dome, we don't have to worry about that. Fast on turf. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. I like the over 51.5. I completely 100 agree. What that boy JT say? Arizona's red zone efficiency is pretty good. There's also good on converting third downs. Is that from this year? Because they played the Rams, as me and LJ just stated, and they are pretty banged up. And then Buffalo, I mean, they scored 34 points on them. I'm not sure how many times they came in the red zone versus big plays, but it's hard to just trust numbers right now. We got 2 games. Like there's a long way to go.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that red zone. We'll see how that red zone efficiency holds up. It's gonna be a quick show today. We only got 4 games, so let's keep it going. You know what? I left off the Texans Vikings. I don't know how the fuck I did that. I'm saving that for last. That's exactly what happened. Speaking of Texas team, let's talk about that other Texas team. And before I say anything, respect to Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints, because I came on here and was like, hey, they played the Panthers. They're not that good. Derek Carr played the best game of his career. No way he's gonna play the second best game of his career. Well, David Carr came out there and had the best game of his career, and they smacked the shit out of the Cowboys, and to the point where they had a whole parade after at the stadium. There was a band, they were marching, and it was music. Dallas was looking like mini New Orleans, was looking like Bourbon Street around the stadium for a little while. So respect goes out because I talk shit about them, and they shut me up. That being said, that other team that we were just talking about that the Saints played, Cowboys, they are at home again. Won't say it's time to hit the panic button. However, my timeline was really quiet Sunday. Very quiet Sunday. Haven't heard anything since. I don't think they're panicking, but they're definitely like alarmed. You know, I don't hear them talking as loudly as they normally do. And it just didn't look good. Same old story with the Cowboys. Can't stop the run. Great if they can get ahead and they force you to throw and let those rushers get to your quarterback. But if they can't do that, then they're subject to be in trouble. And apparently you can still run on them. And here come the Ravens. Now, the good thing about that is, as capable and as much as they should run the ball, the Ravens, for whatever reason, just they don't want to run the ball. I don't know why they don't want to run the ball. I don't know why Derrick Henry only has 18 carries in the game, and like he doesn't even touch the ball in the fourth quarters for whatever reason. It's very weird because they led all of us to believe that the reason they were getting Derrick Henry was because they wanted somebody to wear the defense down in the fourth quarter. But in the fourth quarter, they're not giving him the ball. So I'm rather confused. This team should be at least 1-1. Dallas, they are 1-1. They're both 1-1. Should be a good game. Cowboys are a +1 dog, if you consider that a dog. It's basically a pick 'em. That line's going to move definitely, though, by the time the game starts. I don't know. I think money's going to come in on the Ravens, but I don't know. Probably be public money. Sharp money might come in on the Cowboys because I think they're so fucking smart. The over-under is 48.5. LJ, I'm leaning Ravens first half just because I don't like how they close out games. The only thing I can say about the Cowboys is that they're at home. Could be a, we can't get embarrassed at home again type deal. But I lean Ravens first half. The only things keep me off the full game and stopping me from going to the window right this second is that I kind of don't trust the Ravens. Like, I don't trust them to close out the game. Like, I can trust them to get a lead, but I can't trust them to close out the game. Now they're going on the road. They're 0-2. I guess this is desperation time for the Ravens, if you want to say. I don't know how many 0-3 teams have made the Super Bowl or made it deep into the playoffs. I'm sure those stats will be coming up soon. And Lamar Jackson actually played pretty goddamn good last game. Let me get the numbers real quick. But to me, it's the fact that they're not giving Henry enough touches. I looked up the stats Sunday, and I saw him only having 18 carries, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit. I mean, I thought that was especially after the first game where he didn't get the ball against the Chiefs in the fourth quarter a lot. And in the times he did get the ball, he actually gained positive yards. But for whatever reason, I don't know, they won't give him the ball. 18 carries for 84 yards and a touchdown. Lamar was 21 for 34, 247, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. I don't know, LJ. You tell me. I like the first half. I'll make it a lean as of right now.
No, I like the first half with you too. Ravens 8-1 against the spread in the first half on the road in their last 9 games, going back to last year. So they play well on the road in the first half. But this is a recipe for an over, simply because we know the rule, Marley. You give up more points than you score. Ravens are averaging 21 points. They're giving up 26. Cowboys averaging 26 points, giving up 30. But that's a lot to do with how many points the Saints put up on them. So those numbers can be misleading in one game, So all that said, Ravens are desperate. 0-2. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with a valiant effort to try to win this game. Lamar Jackson is excellent versus the NFC. 18-1 against the spread. He's covered 8 in a row. But the Cowboys, 12-3 against the spread off a loss since 2021, which is number 1 in the NFL. But they're 1-7 in their last 8 games as a dog. So, but it's a +1. It's right there even. So, do you really consider them a dog like that? If it's a +1, it may close even, pick them. So, I might not take that too much into consideration. You know what I'm saying? So, all that said, I am probably going to take the over just because I just believe both teams are going to have to put up points to win. And if we see what happened last week, the Ravens like to run the ball. But as you say, they haven't been running it effectively as much. And it has to do with their offensive line. They're dealing with a lot of new pieces on that offensive line, and
But
that may
Henry's
be
running the ball good. He's getting 4 yards a pop. They're just not doing it enough.
maybe because they don't trust the offensive line. That's what I'm saying. That's why Lamar is always in shotgun, because he has the potential to take off running if shit get into chaos. You get what I'm saying? The Cowboys can't run the ball. They're averaging 85 yards in 2 games. Ravens are averaging 168. So that's the advantage right there. Not to mention red zone. Cowboys don't score touchdowns. They kick field goals. Brandon Aubrey has 8 field goals made, which is number 1 in the NFL right now. So if you just want to take his over 1.5 field goals, hey, I think that's a for sure bet, because he's going to get field goals no matter what. If it's a 50, if it's a 60, he going to make it. But can Dallas get in the end zone is the issue. And I can't trust Dak to do that consistently if he does not have the lead. If he's playing from behind, Dak is not the same quarterback, as we saw on Sunday. But all that said, both defenses are having issues right now, giving up points. So, hey, I will lean over, but I'm probably going to lock that first half in with the Ravens, because I believe they're going to want to come out desperate, try to jump on the Cowboys early, considering they're 0-2. So that would be my lean as well with you, but I haven't made anything official.
On neither one of the plays?
No, because I want to let the week fill out, you know what I'm saying, and get a better feeling of what I want to do. But it's a heavy lean to the first half Ravens.
All right. 2 games. Well, 3 games. Oh, we did that. We did that game. Trash. All right, man. Hey, the Saints come marching 2 by 2. Hurrah. Hurrah. Ain't that go? The Saints come marching 2 by 2. Hurrah. I don't know. Some shit like that. Saints. They're at the crib, back at the dome, and I know that hole is about to be rocking. They just beat the boys. They back home. They 2-0. Nobody expected it. David Carr and the offense have scored on 15 straight drives. I'm sure everybody's seen the stat from ESPN by now, and Fox has been all over the news. 15 straight drives. The defense, although old, still looks good. Clicking on all feelings just now are the Saints. Kamara looks back. I talked some shit about him. I won't say talk shit about Kamara. I just said I don't know how much he got left. Showed me he got at least half a tank. So he good. Or at least as of right now anyway. Eagles. Oh, man. I don't want to call it a collapse, but the defense just gave it up in every kind of way imaginable to the one guy that never performs that way in public, on the big stage in a very big game, talking about the Eagles. I thought it was a good play call. Saquon dropped the ball. Don't know if it was the right play call, but I thought it was a good play call. He was open. He catches the ball. It's either touchdown or definitely first down and milk the clock. However, if you just run the ball, and even if he doesn't get the first down, they can't stop the clock. And it just goes, you at least only give them the ball back probably with 40 less seconds than what they had. So I like the call as far as the play. It was a good play design. Not sure if it was the right call, though. I probably just run it there, especially knowing my defense is that bad. That's just me, though. So with that being said, LJ, I am going to take the Saints here because there is absolutely no way. Did you hear how Sirianni answered that press conference too? Where they asked him, I guess they asked him whose decision was that to call that play? Because he's not calling the plays anymore. Kellen Moore is calling the plays. So he's like, if you're trying to start that, yeah. He called the play. I'm just the head coach, or some kind of shit like that. It was the worst answer you should have given. Even if you feel that way, you just say, some shit like, hey, he made the call. I 100% agree with it. At the end of the day, we're in sync. We just dropped the ball It didn't work out for us. It was a risk, and I was 100% behind everything that happened. Some bullshit. Even if you don't believe, you don't even got to go that far. Hey, we made the decision as a team. Case closed. Just leave it at that. You don't say, "Hey, it was his fault," because that's what he said. Hey, he did it. That's basically what he said. Hey, he did it. So with that said, man, all that shit going on, I still don't know the relationship with him and Jalen Hurts. I'm sure that that's coming back up this week. They might just be happy to get out of Philly. So give me the Saints, man. They've been playing phenomenal. And I just don't trust that Eagles defense. And we don't know the stat. Do we know the status of AJ Brown? Is he still out? I need to look up the injury. Go ahead. I'll look up the injury report while you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look it up.
Whether he plays or not, I'm still taking the Saints in all actuality.
Now, if he plays, it's gonna be different, in my opinion.
I have
not to say they're gonna win it.
Right. Oh no, the game will be different, but I still will back the Saints, but I will get a better line actually.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's cool right now. I think the Saints can win by a field goal and cover that.
I agree.
I'm
he's
right
listed
there
as out indefinitely right now.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm right there with you. I think the Saints cover the 3. All offensive numbers point to them.
That's
Eagles,
offensive football right now.
Yeah, Eagles. Their defense is horrible, man. I mean, they're ranked 27 below in every category on defense. And it's going to be hard to keep up with an explosive offense that the Saints have right now. That offensive coordinator is Kubiak's son.
Kubiak's son,
yeah. Came over there and changed the whole trajectory of that offense. And they're clicking, man. 400 yards, in 2 games, averaging 185 yards rushing, 6.9 yards per play, which is number 1 in the NFL. So, yeah, man, they're clicking. Defense only allowing 14.5 points. They've only given up 1 touchdown. So, yeah, man, I am with you on the Saints, man. Just to put some trends behind it, the Saints are 6-1 in their last 7 since week 14 of last year. And the Eagles are 3-6 since the bye of last year, taking out the Brazil game. And they're only 1-6 in their last 7 versus the NFC when you take out the Brazil game. The only game they've won in those 7 games was the Giants. So I believe the Saints are better than the Giants, in my opinion. And I believe they're not going to be able to put up a fight. Jalen Hurts looks a little weary. I don't believe in his arm. I really don't believe in his decision making. He's more of a run-first quarterback than a passing quarterback, in my opinion. I think he passes because he has to, because it's just part of the offense. But if he wanted to, he probably would run every single play. And I think he would be comfortable with that. So, all that said, I'm right there with you, man. I'm on the Saints minus the 2.5.
Yeah, I don't see it going any other way. I'm gonna watch this game because I wonder if the Sharks are going to jump on the Eagles. I feel like sometimes they just bet against the public. Like
some people do that. Like Razor, he's one of those bettors that always bets against the public.
I wonder what's the public record this year, because sometimes the public don't be bad. Like last year, I don't think the public was that far off. I think they were around 50-something%, honestly. But yeah, traditionally we fake the public.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. So I think I added this one, LJ, because I'm just gonna keep riding this wave until
under.
LJ, I'm just gonna keep riding Steelers money line and the under until it lets me down. This is the second week. Now, I know their schedule. It's like their first 4 games. I think they have a bye next week. And then like week 6 or 7, it starts getting tough and soon. But their first like 4 games are like this: Chargers, they play the Falcons, and who did they play last week? Who did they play last week? Falcons was week 1. Week 2,
Steelers,
yeah,
Denver,
right? So this is going to be the same thing. It's going to be, and then Herbert's hurt, so I don't even know who their backup is, to be honest with you. I need to look at that. because I'm just blindly taking the under and the Steelers money line. And this is their home opener. They're at the crib. Fields, I won't say he's been playing great. But one thing he hasn't done is turn the goddamn ball over. And when you got a defense, like I said this since week 1, Patrick Queen coming over there, the defense was already good. And they were hurt a lot last year, especially at the linebacker position. Go ahead. And Patrick Queen coming over and them being healthy, just icing on the fucking cake for this Pittsburgh team. And we all know Mike Tomlin, you know what I mean, what he does with his scheme and the way he manages and runs that team. So for me, I've hit this the last 2 weeks. And for right now, I'm going to continue riding this train until it stops. We're going to run the ball with Najee Harris and Warren, and no mistakes. Go for a big play here or there off the play action. I'm not sure if Russell Wilson is coming back this week. I've been hearing rumbles of it, but I know one thing: TJ Watt and that defense is going to be there every week. Now they're at home. You got a new quarterback coming in, going up against this defense. Oh yeah, Steelers -1, probably just money. I won't money line because -1. I guess I'll push if they win by 1. But Steelers -1. I'm under the 36 again. I don't know, LJ. Do you got anything to add? Are you gonna?
I mean, I would take the under too. Both these teams combined 4-0 to the under in their first 2 games. So they can't score the ball on offense. They're kicking field goals. So hey, both field goal kickers over 1.5 field goals. I'm pretty sure.
I was just gonna say there's your 1.5 field goal prop right there.
Both kickers.
As a matter of fact, I might parlay that with that Dallas kicker. Just for fun. Why the fuck?
Yep. That'll be a good bet, man. The Steelers are they're really undisciplined too. 24 penalties, second most in the NFL. So they need to get that straight. But they only averaging 15 points, they're giving up 8. so yeah, Chargers giving up 6.
Score more than you give up.
That's the rule. That is the rule. And the Steelers have won 5 in a row since week 16 of last year. So
Mike Tomlin, baby.
So yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm on the under, man. 36.
Definitely. Put you down for the under?
All right. Put me on the under, man. These teams have to show they can score.
Hey, I told you last week it was gonna be like a 13-3, 10-7.
So what's this one? What are you predicting this one?
Steelers, Chargers, 6. 6-13. 6-13. You're gonna get 2 field goals from the Chargers. You're gonna get a touchdown from the Steelers. I don't know how you're gonna get that touchdown. It could be a defensive touchdown, or I could see Fields scrambling for 1, maybe a play action bomb, and then 2 more field goals, just for good measure. And then that's it.
Yeah, both these teams only allow 1 touchdown too in 2 games.
That's all we gonna get, man. You can't expect nothing more. My bad, y'all. I'm knocking my cord out some kind of way, so let me try to put this back in. I'm over here struggling with it too. Nope, that didn't go away. There we go. Struggling with it too. You know what? I don't even think this motherfucker been plugged in this whole time. I just been talking through it. Right here, that's great.
Technical difficulties right now.
Technical difficulty. All right. LJ's on the under. He riding with me. Steelers. Under 36. Yeah, put me on the spread and the 36. I like both. All right, man. Last game. Always the last game. So we won. Both of them going that way. So we're gonna always keep it that way until things change. H-Town, Texans, taking the show back on the road to go to the surprising Minnesota Vikings with Sam Darnold at the helm, not playing bad football. The line is at 2, and the total is at 46. LJ, take it away.
Yeah, the defense is going to be the difference in this game right here because both defenses have been playing outstanding to me. Now, Texans go on the road. They don't score as much on the road than they do at home. You know, they only average one touchdown on the road last year. And outside of the division, because in the division it's different, but outside of the division, they only average one touchdown. They kick a lot of field goals. You know, Fairburn has had 7 field goals made so far in 2 games. So I believe that it's going to be a field position game. I believe that the defenses, like I mentioned, are going to, because both defenses have good pass rushes. So it's important that the Texans protect Stroud because we saw how the Bears got after him. And I told you to be weary of that because the Bears defense is nice. You get what I'm saying? So
top 5 defensive line last year.
Yeah, they had CJ running around a little bit, even though he's so dynamic, he can still make the play. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying they made it a little bit uncomfortable for him. And as far as Sam Darnold, I think the Texans defensive line can make it uncomfortable for him because the 49ers sacked him maybe 3 or 4 times last week too. But as far as the game, I'm going to take the under, Marley, under 46. I just believe the field goal kicking will come into play. I believe both defenses will not give up any points because the Texans only giving up 20. Vikings only giving up 11. The Vikings have only allowed 1 touchdown in 2 games. But they've had 11 sacks total, 19 quarterback hits, and 4 takeaways in 2 games. So that is the cornerstone of their team is their defense. Flores is out. He got them boys balling. And I believe he's going to have a good game plan to neutralize C.J. Stroud. You know what I'm saying? Stop the run because I don't know how hurt Joe Mixon is. I haven't seen the injury report on Joe Mixon. I don't know if he's going to play. So that's going to limit us on the run game because Damian Pierce and Cam Akers, you know, they're not the same as Joe Mixon. So CJ's probably going to have to pass the ball a lot this game, and that's going to put him probably in situations where he may throw a turnover. I don't want him to, but this could be a game that he probably take a chance and turn the ball over because the Vikings defense is stify. So other than that, I'm on the under. I got 45.5. You got 46. Either way, I don't believe it hits this total. I see maybe a 2017 game, 22-20 game, somewhere around there. Low 20s is what I see. I don't think any team goes over 25 points in this game. So that's my play, under 46.
Yeah, man. I think this is going to be a tough game. Mixon is listed as questionable.
That's good.
Pierce is also listed as questionable. There's a hamstring. Pierce, Damian Pierce.
Oh, yeah. See, both from it. Yeah.
Running game might struggle. Nico is on the injury report as questionable. Apparently he has a hip injury. So I definitely don't like the way that injury report is starting. So I do think come Sunday, the Texans might be a +1 favorite. I think this line is going to completely flip. It's already changing. Last I looked, it was 2, but I think on my update, I got 1.5. And we're just at Wednesday. So I agree with you on the total, though. I haven't made it to the window yet. This is a play I'll say for LJ show. Friday. Me and Coach will probably also talk about it tonight on the college show. Let me see what this line is right now. And actually, still at 2. And I'm still seeing 46. Man, I want to be a homer and just take the Texans, honestly. But Sam Darnold's been playing pretty good. That defense has been playing pretty good. I don't like the injuries. Home dog, talking about. He has turned the ball over 2 times, though. And where we don't turn the ball over. But they can lean with the running game, too. They got Aaron Jones over there. So it's like it's going to be a tight game. It's going to be close. And I don't want to give up 2 points on the road. And like you said, we kick a lot of field goals. And that could come back to hurt us. I lean Texas money line. Haven't gotten to the window. I agree completely 100% with the under. I'm thinking this has every bit of 17-21. I don't know what way, But you know what I mean? 17-21, 17-20.
Yeah, this could easily be a walkout field goal game. Walk it off.
So I hate to do that on the show, but no, I don't. Just watch LJ's show on Friday and then get the answer. So, with that being said, check us out tonight. Me and the coach, my partner in crime, we go jump on this college picks. Got another show for you guys, and then let me review the action for today. I don't think I did this earlier, but in all fairness, I have to because that's just what the fuck we are about. Overall, you know what I mean? That's just what it is through 2 weeks. LJ, believe it or not, we have the exact same fucking record. 3-8. Rough start to the season. However, my pockets don't reflect that, and that is because we do the show so early in the week. Lines change by the time we get to Sunday. So sometimes, like that Texans pick, we end up catching 5.5 instead of 6. And then I lost with the Colts. That was one of the plays I gave out. In the Eagles. What was I thinking? Taking that -6 Sunday. I mean Wednesday, but Sunday, I thought about it and I was like, I'm not taking that shit.
Eagles defense suspect, bro.
It's just fucked up, but like that's what happened. That's what happened. They beat Green Bay, so he's talking about they beat San Francisco off short field and turnovers. Okay, so that's cool because I didn't know that. And the lucky ass pass. So see, I didn't know that.
I saw.
But like I said, I still lean toward Houston anyway. I just don't like the fact that as far as my pick goes, Minnesota defense has been playing good, and they still can run the ball. And like LJ said, we don't go on the road and like light it up. We'll move the ball in between the red zone, but we're not scoring. Now, hopefully, maybe with the addition of Diggs and Mixon, that changes the whole shit in the red zone.
Interesting point. Diggs and Darnell Hunter used to play for the Vikings. So
they did.
They could come into play.
Mistake too, when they chose Thielen instead of Diggs. Y'all.
So Diggs anytime touchdown, it's in play, guys. Diggs anytime touchdown. Yeah, because you know how players are.
I'm thinking Mixon might be out. I would rest Mixon.
I would too, because this is an NFC game. This is not an AFC game.
It has no meaning for us. The only thing that's keeping me from like, damn, do I rest Mixon is because Dameon Pierce is questionable with a hamstring, though. So depending on his hamstring, I would rest Mixon. And if you end up resting both, then that means we're definitely going to be throwing the ball. Especially with Cam Akers, because he can catch out of the backfield. So that Diggs, any touchdown prop might be not a bad damn way to go. I don't think I find it hard and then see Nico's has a fucking hip issue apparently. So like I don't know. I agree with the under though.
Yeah,
and that might be the way to go. I'm 100% on that. All right, man. Recap. Today's show. Mr. LJ from Houston. Why do yours do that? Hold on. I hate it. I really do. Those are my plays. Let me edit this shit.
You gotta take the scroll off.
I know. I don't know why it was like that. I don't know who put the scroll on. I don't like it. LJ's plays for today are he's gone the over for Detroit and Arizona, over 51.5. You need 52. That's a lot of points, but I think we get there. Minnesota is weak in the secondary. Yeah, I'm with you. If Nico is hurt though, well, you still got Tank. You still got Diggs. Yeah, I'm with you. I 100% agree. And nobody got. Oh yeah, I mean that goes without saying, bro. We got the second best quarterback in the league. CJ is the second best. It's Patrick Mahomes. There's CJ, and there's everybody else. And that's how I feel about that. Shout out to the homie Jalen Petrie, man. Former Stafford Cobra. I don't know if you can see it because it's light. That boy invited my whole organization to the football game. So we was in attendance. My level specifically was in attendance on Sunday. We was started out, they walked us through the tunnel, bro. It was live. We got the views in the end zone, whatever was warming up. Tank through, play catch with the boys a little bit, like through the ball to them. Like,
that's what's up.
Will Anderson came over, took a couple pictures with the boys. Fontenot came over, took a couple pictures with the kids. It was two more who I don't know their names. I'm gonna have to look them up. I know they was on the defense line because we was warming up at the end where the defensive guys were. And then Petrie came over, man, did the breakdown with us, signed a bunch of autographs, took pictures, did the whole nine. So, man, that was like a great fucking experience. I know my kids and my football kids, it's probably something they
gonna always remember that. They always remember that.
I got a dope picture of my son is taking a selfie with Petrie, and then I took a picture of that.
Yeah.
So like, I got a dope picture of that, man. So I just wanted to say shout out Jalen Petrie, man. Like fucking amazing.
He's my favorite player on defense. He's my favorite.
And he was smashing that night. I think he had like 10 or 11 tackles that night. Like he's not really a big dude. That's the crazy thing. Is like he's not really that big. You know what I mean? He's probably like 5'11".
He's a dog though.
10, but dog, come downhill, bro.
He's a dog.
Huge. You know who huge was? I mean, he's huge anyway. You knew that off the stats, but like seeing him in person, Larry Tunsil, dog. Not Larry. Isn't that Laramie Tunsil, bro? Tunsil is huge.
Yeah.
Pause. But for a man, that's a pause. That's a big specimen. Pause. I don't know how you say it. That's a large human being. Pause.
Yeah, there you go.
Nigga big though. Pause. LJ, man, Arizona over 51.5. Saints come marching in at the crib, minus the 2.5. Steelers under the 36. Am I leaving anything out there? I'm leaving something out. Or is that all right?
No, we just we haven't made it official on the other ones. We're gonna wait till Friday.
Cool. This is what I'm on as of right now. I'm also on that Lions Cards over 51.5. I'm officially on that Ravens first half money line. Just not sure how they close out games. So we just go first half from desperation. They gonna come out with the energy. So hopefully they just run the ball. Give Derrick Henry the ball. And they can't stop the run. Just lean on them. Saints, I'm rocking with LJ with that one. Minus 2.5 at the crib. We just can't trust Philly until they can show us otherwise defensively. Man. So I feel like if you let Cousins go down the field, then I know Derek Carr and that offense can go down the field. Come on, Kubiak. As well as the under with the Steelers and Chargers 36. But put me on that -1. It says money line, but put me on a -1. And those are the official plays for today. What's full goal? Watch the Saints. The Saints is full goal. Just can't trust. I'm not saying the Saints are what are all that, but you trust the Eagles defense? You trust the Eagles defense, Marquise?
The Falcons showed that you cannot trust that defense.
That's my problem. It's not necessarily the Saints. And then, so tell me what you think about this. And I'm not saying you're wrong. We're just having a conversation. Home opener, because they've been on the road 2 weeks, right? No. They was at home against the Panthers. They was at home against the Panthers. But back home after a big win in Dallas against the Cowboys, one of your most hated teams. So the crowd's going to be rocking. The offense has done nothing to lead you to believe that they won't be able to score against Dallas. I mean, I knocked the Dallas game because at first I was like, oh, well, they went against the Panthers. So, like, I don't know if what we saw was real. Okay, well, they backed it up against Dallas in Dallas. And that defense, the defense been good. They're just getting older, but they've been good for the last several years. So the defense is legit. Dallas, it's the same story, though. Like, that's what happened in Green Bay. Like, Aaron Jones went wild, just start running that ball down their throat. When you get in front of a physical team, they don't know what to do. And Kubiak is gonna run the ball. I mean, he's gonna zone. We all know that.
Yep.
We know they're gonna run the ball. And that's another reason why they can't beat San Fran. The physicality, the running the ball. Like when Dallas goes up against physical teams that can run the ball, they struggle against those teams. So I'm just, that's my point against it. I understand what you're saying, though. Saints are the hot team, 2-0. They beat Dallas. Everybody's going to jump on them. It's going to be definitely a public play. I understand that point of it too, though. But yeah, I'm still on Dallas. LJ, tell the people where they can find you at.
Man, find me at LJ Sports Media on Twitter and also YouTube. LJ from Houston. Just type it in. All the content come up. Raw Words Podcast, Friday night with Marley. We're going to go over the whole NFL Week 3 schedule, make our official plays, throw out our props, all the finalizations of the week so we can lock everything in before Sunday. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. And, of course, here every Wednesday, Brothers and Bets, giving out our predictions.
Marley.
No, you good?
Yes, sir, man. As always, that right there, that is LJ from Houston. I am Marley Bet. This is Brothers and Bets NFL edition. Catch me in a couple of hours waiting on the coach to touchdown. We're going to go over the college slate and may the odds ever be in your favor. Like always. Let's be Vegas. We out this morning.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry.